She walked into the boutique with grace, her heels clicking against the polished floor, her leather tote swinging gently at her side. To her, it was just another shopping trip, but to the store manager lurking near the entrance, it was a target. His eyes narrowed as he watched her, his mind already painting her guilty. He whispered sharply to his staff, pointing in her direction, and soon every movement she made was shadowed. Each time she paused to glance at the display, he drifted nearby, pretending to tidy shelves, his face twisted with suspicion. Customers began to notice. Some raised brows, others smirked, entertained by the silent harassment. The black woman, however, kept her composure. Her almond-shaped eyes stayed steady, her stride calm and controlled. She could feel the heat of prejudice pressing against her back, but she did not flinch. Finally, the manager stepped in front of her, blocking her path. His thin lips curled into a false smile that barely masked his arrogance. "Ma'am," he said, voice sharp, "I'll have to ask you to leave if you're not planning to buy anything. We don't allow loitering here." The store grew silent, employees and customers alike holding their breath. She tilted her head, her expression unreadable. "Is that how you treat all your customers?" she asked softly. "Or just the ones who look like me?" His smugness only deepened. "Our policy is for everyone, but you've been wandering too long." In that moment, she reached calmly into her tote bag and pulled out a sleek folder. She opened it slowly, deliberately, letting the bold letters on the cover face him. His face drained the color. The words hit him harder than any slap could. "Mystery shopper evaluation form." Gasps rippled across the store. The young employees shifted uneasily, realizing every ounce of bias they had witnessed would be written down and sent to corporate. His arrogant smile collapsed into a mask of dread. She stood tall, her voice steady but sharp. "Funny," she said, her lipstick catching the light. "How the one you judge the most is the one holding your future in her hands." The manager stammered, desperate now. I didn't mean," but it was too late. The damage was done. She walked out with the same calm grace she entered with, leaving him frozen in humiliation, his staff staring wide-eyed at the lesson unfolding before them. The next morning, the boutique buzzed with whispers. The employees had seen it all. The smug manager's silence, his arrogance stripped bare by the very woman he tried to shame. But the storm was only beginning. Corporate had received her evaluation. Every detail was written down. The glares, the whispers, the humiliation she endured. And corporate didn't take kindly to lawsuits, complaints, or viral scandals waiting to happen. The regional director herself arrived that week, walking in with sharp heels and sharper eyes. She didn't browse. She didn't shop. She asked for one man, the manager. He came out of his office sweating, his confidence gone. She laid the report on the counter, the same folder that once drained the color from his face. "Do you know what this says?" she asked coldly. He stammered excuses, blaming the employees, blaming miscommunication. But his staff spoke up. For the first time, they told the truth. They admitted how he pushed them to profile certain customers, how he whispered orders to follow people who didn't look right. The director's face hardened. "You didn't just fail customer service," she said. "You failed humanity." By the end of the day, the arrogant manager was stripped of his title, fired on the spot. His polished shoes carried him out of the store, not with pride, but with shame. The same customers who once watched in silence now murmured justice. And as for the woman he tried to belittle, corporate reached out with an apology and an offer to join their diversity board, advising on fair treatment and training. She smiled, declining the spotlight, but leaving them with one final word. Respect should never be a privilege. It should be the standard. Weeks later, the boutique stood under new management. The toxic air that once poisoned the store had lifted, replaced with a quiet determination to do better. Customers noticed a change. Warm greetings, respectful service. No more whispers in the aisles. But one day, the doors opened and in walked her, the black woman. Calm, elegant, head high. The employees froze, memories flooding back of the humiliation she endured. But this time, instead of silence, they rushed forward with genuine smiles. "Welcome back," one said nervously. "We're glad you're here." Their voices carried not pity but respect. From the corner of the store, The new manager appeared, a woman of color, appointed by corporate after the scandal. She walked straight to the mystery shopper and extended her hand. On behalf of this store, she said firmly, "Thank you. You exposed what we couldn't. And because of you, change is happening." The black woman's almond-shaped eyes softened. She accepted the handshake, but offered no grand speech. Instead, she glanced around the boutique, the same aisles where she was once followed and shamed. Now, those same aisles echoed with respect, humility, and new beginnings. As she turned to leave, a customer who had witnessed the original incident whispered, "That's the woman who changed everything." Hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories that matter. And let's keep the conversation going.